Here we are hanging out in Texas, enjoying a nice ride today. Temperatures are heating up and we get an idea to get out of the heat and load up these bikes and head north. So this is where our 16-day adventure on the back of the XR150Ls begins. We really wanted to do a lot more riding with these bikes, but those of you that spend time in the South, you know this time of year, temperatures and the humidity just get miserable, and it's just not really a whole lot of fun. So we want to set out and go find some comfortable fun with these bikes.
Miss Mishmash Moto said, "It's hot. It's real hot."
Let's go somewhere else.
That's what I heard.
So we leave Texas and we head through Louisiana. We spend a lot of time in Louisiana, but still we haven't found any cooler temperatures, so we're just going to keep going east and north, see what we find.
Mainly north because it's still hot. It's real hot down here.
Y'all, this blacktop is so hot. You can feel the heat radiating off of it. I think you could fry an egg on it. So we're going to just keep going north here. And we heard about a cool ferry. We hope it's cool. So we're going to go check that out. And where's that ferry at?
So that is the Duty Ferry that's near Enterprise, Louisiana.
Right, this is the Duty Enterprise ferry that connects the two towns.
And there it is.
This was pretty fun to do. The river's beautiful right there. You can see it's covered by trees on both sides. After we leave the ferry, we head towards Natchez, Mississippi, where we got to see the new XR150L in black. Then we hit one of our favorite lunch spots, which is called the Pig Out Inn there in Natchez, before we gas up and head north, where we pick up the Natchez Trace Parkway right there in Natchez, Mississippi.
Y'all, the Natchez Trace is an awesome road to ride. It's 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's good roads, no stop signs, no red lights or anything like that. You actually have to exit the trace in order to get fuel and food, things like that. So you do have to kind of plan your exits a little bit. But it's an outstanding roadway to ride on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's 444 miles from Natchez, Mississippi up to Nashville, Tennessee. This trip, we did not take the entire Natchez Trace. We stopped for the night at a place called Ratcliffe Ferry Trading Post, which is in Mississippi. That was the camp spot that you saw and the bikes by the river. From there, we cut off the trace and headed northeast, where we stopped to have a picnic lunch at the Soligent City Park in Soligent, Alabama.
That was a really nice place to have a little picnic lunch. We just had made sandwiches and drank some water and rehydrated a little bit because it was still hot down there.
Yes, it was. It was very hot. But it's a beautiful park there in the small town of Soligent, Alabama, and they had a very nice little picnic area under a big shade tree with a swinging porch swing and picnic table. So we left Soligent, Alabama, and headed northeast again. We made it to Cathedral, Caverns State Park, where we decided to spend the night there.
Which is an absolutely neat place to go. We were crunched for time, and unfortunately, we're not able to go explore the caverns that day. But we are definitely going to go back and check that out. We saw enough to know we want to do that at some point. And the facilities were very nice. We stayed, I guess it was technically maybe RV spots.
I think they were.
And they had power and everything, and nice bathhouse and all that up the hill. So just a great little place to spend the night for sure if you're ever in that area.
We got up the next morning from Cathedral Caverns and we headed further northeast. We crossed into Georgia for just a second, and that drive was absolutely gorgeous. We went through one little rural area where the streets were lined with big magnolia trees that were just gorgeous.
Yeah, that was really pretty. As we were riding through Guntersville, Alabama, headed out of town that day from the Cathedral Caverns area, we found this really steep hill in town, and the video does not do it justice. That's the steepest road hill I think I've ever seen in my life anywhere.
It was pretty darn steep.
It really was. It was just kind of neat. We thought it'd be fun to video it, but unfortunately, it didn't come out quite as good as we'd hoped.
No, the video sure doesn't do that hill justice. It was a little intimidating.
Yeah, and Guntersville, Alabama is a really nice town. They have a nice area that's on the side of the lake, Guntersville Lake it is, and they had a coffee shop and
It was a whole area
just
with
a whole
shopping
little area
and restaurants and.
It was neat. It's a neat town, and if you're ever in that general direction, I think it would be well worth your time to swing by and check it out.
Yeah, it was a very pretty little town. The entire area around the lake is beautiful, and made for a nice ride. Well, we finally make it into North Carolina. We are nearly to Deals Gap at this point, and a lot of just fantastic riding in this area. You can go any road, any direction, and it's just beautiful every way you go. I do want to say that if you're down in the Mississippi area and you're looking for a bike, stop by and see our friends at Great River Honda. They have been very good to us, and if you're in the area, give them the opportunity to serve you with their inventory. They have a outstanding selection of four-wheelers and dirt bikes. They have a huge selection of the Navis and the Groms. And
Yeah, they're well stocked in all the mini Moto stuff.
They're very well stocked in mini Moto, and they have a random selection of just about everything else. Good people, and
We were there just the other day, and they had a Honda SCL 500, the new Honda Scrambler. So if
Pretty
anybody's
bike.
interested in that, they've got one of them. It's in green. Beautiful machine. I looked at it and sat on it. It's nice.
well, here we are. This is US 129, which is famous for the portion between Tennessee and North Carolina known as the Tail of the Dragon.
I believe this stretch is between Robbinsville and Tepico Lodge, I think.
I think it is. That looks right.
That's just an amazing road, and so is 28, which is referred to as the Moonshiner, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so that's two ways you can get from Robbinsville back to Deals Gap, and then you're right there at the tail of the dragon.
And also the beginning, it really is the beginning of a lot of famous motorcycle routes. It's
Cherahalla Skyway, the Moonshiner 28.
The Devil's Triangle.
Yeah, and just lots and lots of famous roads, and it doesn't matter if it's famous or not. You almost can't pick a bad road around there. It's just an amazing area to ride.
It's less than an hour from picking up the Blue Ridge Parkway,
Yep.
which we did, and we'll show you that. One section of this highway, there's a 6 mile stretch that is named the Ronnie Millsap Highway after the famous country singer Ronnie Millsap. He was actually born and raised in Robbinsville there.
We got a wolf pack. It's Johnny Tran, and he's coming your way really fast.
All right, we got company.
That is so funny. That is one of my favorite movies. Hey, and then if you happen to be watching this, give us a shout. We would love to have you come hang with us. Guys, this drive from Robbinsville up to Dill's Gap is just so beautiful. So we're going to stop talking here for a little bit and play some music and just let you guys enjoy the ride. Now, this road here is the stretch between Tapaco Lodge and Dill's Gap. It is a fun, beautiful road, and we pull into Dill's Gap, which is always fun. You never know what you're going to see there.
It's like Christmas morning. You know, you come over the hill and around the last curve, and you get excited because all the different motorcycles, it's like...
And cars.
And cars, yeah, for sure. It's, I don't know. It's just like Christmas morning. There's presents everywhere for you to look at.
Yeah, you see everything.
Ooh, I get excited about right here every time.
Yeah, you truly never know what you're going to see. I mean, here we are pulling up on our little Hondas, but you have every budget of bike and sports car, and everybody's just so friendly, and everybody is interested in what everyone else is riding or driving, and this is just, it's a great place for camaraderie and to swap stories.
Y'all see who's faster now. You see who got there first.